Okay, my name is Bobby Vaught. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you so choose. In the description below, I'll put a link to lesson 1 of a series that I've done, up to 17 lessons now. Everything you need to know to understand investing. If you're interested, you will understand investing better than 99% of the people out there. More to come at some point. So I'll put a link to lesson 1 in the description below. Each lesson has a link to the next one. So lesson 1 has a link to lesson 2, which has a link to lesson 3, and so on and so forth. Make them all real easy to find if you're interested. Today's presentation, however, is not about that. It's two different parts of this channel. There's the investing side, which I just mentioned, and I also do a lot of political commentary, economics, whatever the issues of the day are. So I came across this video here on my Facebook channel. I just kind of have to set this up a little bit so you get the idea of what's going on. This guy right here, a very sharp young guy. He likes to go undercover. In his shirt that he's wearing, you can't see it right here, but over here on the front it says "Queers for Palestine." That's not his position at all. He likes to go undercover. He's very knowledgeable, very quick, smart guy. He likes to he dresses as necessary to go undercover and start asking protesters their views about things, just so he can get them to, stick their foot in their mouth. And so let's just hear what he says here, okay? And here we go.
Palestine will be free. Amazing.
By the way,
Palestine will be.
Notice the colors she's wearing, this scarf right here, and the colors of this other woman right here. Same colors. Keep that in mind because I want to comment on that. Hopefully I don't forget.
Palestine will be free. Amazing. And which river and which sea?
From the river to the sea.
I don't know.
She doesn't have a clue.
Who cares? Palestine will be free. Amazing. And which river and which sea?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Not a clue. Doesn't even know what she's protesting. Doesn't have a clue. Basket cases.
You don't even know? Who cares, right?
Who cares, right?
Who cares?
Who cares? Who cares? It's just, this is the scarf they told me to wear, and maybe here's the flag. Here's her little Palestinian flag right here on her hat. Okay. And, from the river to the sea, but she doesn't know which river and which sea. She doesn't have a clue what the heck she's talking about. Gee, go figure. How old are these two women here? I'm 65. Are they both about my age, maybe? Maybe a little older, I'm not sure. Nope. Not a clue what the heck they're talking about. Highly improbable either of them could point to Israel on a map, obviously. You watching this video, I know you're very intelligent, so if I explain something that you already know, just bear with me, but I want to go through the basics of something here, just in the 1 in a million chance that either or both of these two women here may happen to see this video, this presentation, just to help them out with their geography a little bit. Okay? So here you have Israel. It kind of runs mostly north and south, right? And so here's Israel, and here's Lebanon up here, and here's Syria over here, and Jordan over here, and here's the Mediterranean Sea, and here's the Sinai and the Egypt over here in Northeast Africa. And so the West Bank is right here. It's on the east side of Israel, but it's generally called the West Bank because it bumps up against the Jordan River on the west side of the Jordan River. So that answers that question. The Jordan River, the Mediterranean Sea over here. This is roughly where Tel Aviv is. It's on the Mediterranean Sea. And then to the other side of the river, you would have Jordan, and then Iraq, and then Iran, and then on the side of Iran, you have to the northeast there, you would have Afghanistan. To the south of that, you would have Pakistan, and then on into India, right? Okay, so there it is. From the river, just for the benefit of these two women, in case they need to know what the hell they're talking about, or would like to know a little bit about what the hell they're talking about, from the river, Jordan River, to the sea, Mediterranean Sea. So the guy is asking them, She said, I don't know. He says, who cares, right? She said, yeah, who cares? Who cares? Let me translate that. Who cares whether I actually know what I'm protesting about here? Whatever. From the river to the sea is code for we want another Holocaust. That's what that means. The 1967 war, that would be when Egypt, Jordan, Syria were the principal players when they tried to wipe Israel off the face of the map. Their stated goal goes all the way back to, for example, the 1950s, and Nasser, his name was Nasser of Egypt, he said it, hey, we got to wipe them off the face of the map, drive them into the sea. And make no mistake, if Israel had lost the 67 war, that 6-day war, or the 1973 Yom Kippur war, it was going to be door to door, kill every Jew they can find. Another Holocaust. From the river to the sea, all of Israel, all the way across. When you hear people say, when we hear people say the occupied territories, well, they're generally referring to the West Bank, Golan Heights, Gaza, which and Sinai, which is, as you know, Israel gave the Sinai back to Egypt in 1982, but that's what they're referring to. Okay, so Israel gave the Gaza back to the Palestinians in 2005, and then within about 2 years, as soon as they could get the tunnels built and everything in place, by 2007, the rockets were always flying out of Gaza into the southern part of Israel. In any event, that's not the point I was really getting towards, though. When you hear the term occupied territory, so that's what people are referring to. Everything other than Israel proper, or in other words, 1948 borders. 1948 borders. Question. So, when was the PLO formed? 1964. 3 years before Israel even had those territories in 1967. Israel doesn't even completely control the West Bank anymore. In fact, there's roughly about 18 to 20% of it, what they call Area A. You couldn't go. They even put signs there. It's not safe for you, any Jew or Christian, or anyone who's not Palestinian, actually, to go past that point. Okay? But in any event, the point I was really getting at, though, so what was the PLO designed to liberate for Palestinians in 1964? They see all of Israel as occupied territory. They always have. I just find this really fascinating. About those scarves, let's go ahead and cover that right now because I wanted to talk about that before I forget.
Hats say BDSM.
This scarf right here, let's just look at it again.
Palestine will be free. Amazing. And which river and which sea? Palestine will be free.
Those two scarves. These scarves right here, these colors, it's called a kafaya. This was originally a kafaya many years ago. It was really just meant as a symbol of Palestinian pride. In the late 1930s, it took on a new meaning. Britain, as you know, was the entity which was supposed to divide up this area after World War I ended. So in the many years later, in the 1930s, it still hadn't been decided yet. And from about 1936 to 1939, these scarves became a symbol of Arab revolt. What would happen is Britain would put severe limits on the number of Jews allowed into the area because the Arabs would just revolt, and that became their symbol. Okay, it's called a kafaya. Here's Yasser Arafat. It's the same colors. This is a photo of Yasser Arafat from 1974. It's the same colors. explaining so these two little Einsteins can understand. From the river to the sea, Jordan River, all the way across Israel to the Mediterranean Sea, from the river to the sea is code for we want another Holocaust. It's what that means. Anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism. When the only country in the world that you think doesn't have a right to exist is Israel, that's a prima facie case for your anti-Semitism. Anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism. Unbelievable. How many of these people don't even know what the heck they're protesting? Well, these two didn't. Just these two little Einsteins, you just hand them a scarf. She's got a little hat with the flag over here, and told to say from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. She doesn't even know what the heck that means. Not a clue. Obviously. Unbelievable. I'm going to leave it right there. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you so choose. There's also that 17 lesson series that I did, everything you need to know to understand investing, if you're interested. Until next time, hope life is treating you well. You have a great day.